her back to her seat, but she missed and fell on the floor. I tried to pick her up, but she dragged me down and pulled my hair. We were wrestling on the floor with all the kids cheering around us when some teachers pulled us apart and gave us both a month's detention. I was so angry, I just stopped talking to her. Why had she become Mrs. Junior Darcy suddenly? Soon after, Bella's uncle came from Canada to visit the family, and she turned happy immediately because he was her favorite. One evening, I was sitting in the kitchen doing my homework when he came in, and he seemed really impressed by the math problems I'd just worked on.
Well, clearly you're a very bright kid, but do you ever have fun too, or are you always studying?
Oh, no, I love to sing and dance.
You sing? That's awesome. Let's hear something.
He led me to the main hall and started playing a song on the piano, and I sang along. Mr. Darcy was very amused, but just then I caught sight of Mrs. Darcy and Bella's faces. They looked like furious dragon sisters. Later that night, Mom told me Bella wanted to see me in her room. What did she want? Reluctantly, I knocked and went in, and she started throwing stuff at my face. Our matching headbands, friendship bracelets, birthday gifts, everything. She went berserk.
Take all this trash, you devil. Why are you always taking over my life? First, you got close to my dad. Now my uncle, too?
What? Look, I never wanted your life. Besides, but she just pushed me against the wall angrily. And that's when I saw a picture of me and her behind the door with dart pins stuck to my face. You did this? You've become a frickin' psycho.
Mind your words, maid. You're talking to the princess of this house.
Going by the way you're behaving, I'd rather call you a witch. I pushed her away and left the room. I was super upset by everything. Mr. Darcy's brother was leaving the next day, and he said something that left me shocked. Turns out, he was a teacher in a Canadian private school for gifted kids. After knowing about my grades, he said he could have me study there on full scholarship and make living arrangements for me and Mom. It sounded amazing. I jumped and hugged Mom, who looked at the Darcys for approval.
Oh, wow. This is an excellent opportunity for your future, Agnes. You have to go for it.
But suddenly, Mrs. Darcy went ballistic. No, she can't. She won't. How dare your brother just show up and steal my maids? He has no business doing that. We are already sending Agnes to a great school and giving her a good life. They are not leaving, and that's final. Not another word about it. Bella's uncle looked uncomfortable and quickly left, and I felt furious. Before I could stop myself, I shouted, "You've never liked me, Mrs. Darcy, and now you've made it clear that you don't want anything good to happen to me. I'm gonna leave someday for sure, and you won't be able to stop me then." I ran away before she could reply, and from that day, I stayed away from the family as much as possible. Soon it was Christmas, and I woke up that morning to see a beautiful dress on my bed. Mom said Mr. Darcy had sent it for me and requested me to join their party later. I didn't have the heart to refuse him, so I dressed up and went down that evening and bumped straight into Bella, who was wearing the exact same dress.
Oh, how lovely. You both look like sisters. That's why I bought them. How do you like the surprise, girls?
I smiled uncomfortably and looked at Bella. She was clenching her jaw.
Like the surprise? It's the worst thing you've ever done, Dad. I don't want to look anything like this poor loser.
Suddenly, she took a pair of scissors, marched towards me, and started cutting my dress right in front of everyone. Oh my God! Mr. Darcy stepped forward, but Mrs. Darcy got to Bella first and snatched the scissors from her. Have you completely lost your mind, Bella? You could have hurt her.
Oh, now you're on her side too, Mom? Of course you are. I'm not surprised. I hate you all.
And with that, she stormed off to her room. What was frickin' wrong with her? She'd ruined the party for everyone. A few days later, we had the annual Parents' Day, and I was gonna sing a song. Right in the middle of my performance, the sound system got messed up and my mic stopped working. Just then, a voice started coming through the speakers.
Hi everyone, meet Agnes the Thief. She steals moms, dads, and sometimes the lives of rich people.
Holy heavens, it was Bella. I ran backstage and caught her red-handed. I jumped on her and started hitting her with the mic. When the teachers arrived on the scene, we were both suspended and sent home.
I can't believe you did this, Bella. I didn't raise you this way.
Yes, you're getting out of control. I'm thinking we should send you to boarding school.
Yeah, that's great. Send me away, because you have your perfect daughter Agnes by your side, don't you? Oh, come on, Mom. Why don't you tell Dad the truth now?
Wait, what was she talking about? I looked at Mrs. Darcy, who turned white as a ghost.